What's going on? Hey. So, last week's tarot reading that I gave myself, it was telling me about a financial burden that I would have. Guess what? Amazon double charged me for a birthday gift for my kid. And then I found a 3-week-old baby kitten in my yard. So I'm taking care of a baby kitten and I'm buying formula for him, bottles and stuff. It's like taking care of like a real kid. So there was my tarot reading from last week coming to light. So I've been doing tarot since I was 15 years old. I'm almost 40. So I'm very experienced with tarot and pendulum. So if you are a subscriber, go ahead and write a yes or no type question in the comment section, and I will ask my pendulum. Today's pendulum is going to be a lapis pendulum. He's very gorgeous, and he gives me really nice answers. So I've already shuffled cards for myself. So thanks for liking. If you got a question for my pendulum, just type it in the comment section there. But yeah, I've already shuffled my Buffy decks. So we're going to use the Buffy deck again. It's a very nice deck. So, and I do a 2-card pull every time I do this. And last week's the reading came totally true. So today, the first card I pulled is 5 of Swords. Now remember, it's Buffy deck, so it's the suits are a little different, but it still stands for the same things. So swords are like double-edged things dealing with let me see. It says, like their namesake, swords can both save and sever. Their dual edged nature is helpful when slicing through difficult communication and dealing with matters in logic and intelligence. Corresponding with the suit of swords, these cards are associated with air, bringing messages of clarity, courage, and sometimes harsh truths. So, 2 weeks ago, when I did a reading, it was talking about a masculine female that I was having a conflict with. They and I are still having a conflict. So this card says, this is a double-edged sword. Sure, you may have recently been the victor in a battle, but you don't feel good about how you won. Think harsh words, low blows, shifty ethics that are making others now question their trust in you. You can't take back what happened, but you can apologize and make amends, which is exactly what I did. When I get angry or I feel justified about something, I am pretty angry and I do have a bad tongue and I use harsh words. And I did apologize to Courtney about how I treated her. So before we go on to the card number 2, we're going to answer, does Aaron love me romantically currently? Okay. So let me grab my pendulum board. Now it's going to give you yes, no, maybe, or unknown answers. Okay. If it gives you a maybe, it's like a decision's about to happen. If it gives you an unknown, there are forces that haven't happened yet. So let's see. Does Aaron love her romantically? Okay. It is swinging unknown. Yeah, it's definitely unknown. Definitely unknown. It's an unknown answer. So things are going to happen soon that is going to make that decision and for you to actually know if he loves you. So I'm sorry, sometimes the pendulum can be very, very vague about the answers. But if you have any more questions, just pop them in and don't retract your messages because that's the question that you asked. So don't retract any more questions, please. Okay. So like I was saying, um, this person and I had a falling out, and I feel really terrible about how mean I was. Because, yeah. I'm pretty mean sometimes, and I'm trying to fix that. So the second card I got in the Buffy deck, Two of Pentacles. Pentacles is about money. It says Pentacles. Speak to your relationship with the tangible world corresponding with the element of earth. In a reading, they signify some of Anya's favorite things: wealth, power, and a system of symbolic beauty in which hard work is exchanged for sparkly things. The shadow side of Pentacles harbors greed, prioritizing profits over people and financials. So I got the Two of Pentacles. If you all have watched Buffy, let me know in the comments. Huge Buffy fan here. Huge Buffy fan. Okay, so Pentacles. All right. It says, pulling overtime at the Double Meat Palace, trying to keep your little sister from shoplifting, and penciling in time to take down another big bad. You've got your plate full. When the Two of Pentacles appears, it is an encouragement to slow down. Yes, you have tons of responsibilities, but you won't get anything done if you don't create time and get organized. So, like I was saying, I adopted a 3-week-old kitten that I found crying outside at midnight in my backyard. And yeah, it's I had kids very young for a reason. So that I wouldn't be a 40-year-old losing sleep, feeding a baby, cleaning its butt. It's almost like having a baby, like a real baby. And I have hardly gotten any sleep, and I have a lot of work to do at my house. So, with that being said, Yana, thank you for joining me today on this live pendulum readings. And if more people jump in to this while I'm doing it, I will pull tarot cards. But I'm not going to pull tarot cards if there's nobody here. So I'm going to pull cards for myself so that you guys know that this is legit and I know what I'm doing here. So tell your friends, share my content so that other people know that I do more than just ghost hunting. Which, by the way, a couple of live videos ago, I turned on my SB7 and I didn't know you guys couldn't hear it for some reason. My laptop cuts out white noise and background noise, or it tries to, and for some reason it wouldn't pick up my spirit box. So I have this little guy. It's my new piece of equipment. It's called a Flux 2 response device, and it has yes and no type answers like a pendulum does, but with spirits. So it has a green light for yes and a red light for no. It's pretty cool. I take it to cemeteries and ghost hunts with me, which, by the way, that video is probably going to come out in a couple weeks because I got this kitten that needs me for at least another week. But I have some videos to edit from an Estes method I did last night. And an hour before I did this Estes method, my whole town flooded, including the cemetery. And I go to the cemetery a lot and do graveyard shifts. So when the cemetery flooded, the ghosts reached out to me during the Estes method and told me there was water all around them. Very sad indeed. So I'm going to go down there and check on my grandma and my Aunt Iva and make sure all their decorations are still there. But and I also have, besides for my YouTube and all the content I put out there, I have a podcast that comes out every full moon, and it talks a little about the full moon of each month. And a topic for each month is a haunted Ohio spooky legend. So it's an Ohio themed podcast that gives you haunted history about Ohio. So check that out. It's under my playlist under podcast, or it's available on Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio, and Google Podcast, I think. But it's called Under the Moon Paranormal Ohio Legends. So thank you for joining me today. Maybe next week The kitten will be a little bit more active and I can introduce him to you. But you see that big guy back here? That big guy? He just turned 11 on April 29th, and he is very mad that I brought in yet another kitty. But again, Five of Swords, and then got the Two of Pentacles.
Gracious, really. That's all I got. And if I get this on the board, it negates one of yours too.
And two of the people that these cards are talking to me about, I'm sorry. I'm such a bitch. But, at least I ain't fake. I'll tell you how brutally honest I am. And if you can't handle it, I'm sorry. I tried to tell you, I'm a bitch. So, until next time, guys. Peace.